Good morning, class ninth. So, today I'll discuss with you another topic, that is eukaryotic cells. And as I told you in your previous sessions, that eukaryotic cells are different from the prokaryotic cells because these cells have a well defined nucleus. You can see here that there is a nucleus, it is present here, and it has all the components of the nucleus as well. So these kinds of the cells are known as eukaryotic cells, and these eukaryotic cells can be further classified into two groups, that is a plant cell and an animal cell. Okay, so basically the eukaryotic cells are of two types, plant cells and animal cells. So today I have decided to discuss with you animal cell. Animal cells are basically, these are not having a proper shape, and here you will see the structure which are present in the cells, which are very clear, that there will be a clear nucleus and some other components. You can see this is the cytoplasm. You know it well that this fluid is known as cytoplasm. Inside the cytoplasm you will find so many small structures. Okay, these small structures are known as what? Cell organelles. So as I told you that all these activities of the cells, all the activities which are very vital activities, which are required for sustaining the life, are carried out inside the cell. So these activities are actually carried out inside the cell by different kinds of the cell organelles. Okay, so here one thing is again common: cell membrane or the plasma membrane. The outermost boundary is known as cell membrane or plasma membrane. Its function is same. It separates the cellular components from other cellular components. And then what we have here, when we have a nucleus is having a nuclear envelope. You can see this purple colored boundary which is present here. It is known as nuclear envelope. What it does, it actually stores the things which are present inside the nucleus. This round structure is known as nucleolus. Inside that you see these structures are known as chromatins. Chromatins are basically the DNA plus proteins actually envelop the DNA material. So these are known as chromatins are basically the genetic structures which is present in the nucleus. So you can find out that all the nuclear components are present here: nuclear envelope, nucleolus, chromatin and nucleus. Okay, so this is the nucleus. Attached with the nucleus you will find some these channel like structures. You can see these channel like structures which are present here. These are known as endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, this endoplasmic reticulum is basically of two type: rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The function, there is a little bit of differences there in the both. In rough endoplasmic reticulum, these are like this, and in rough endoplasmic reticulum you will find these on these channels some ribosomes are scattered. Okay, ribosomes. So due to the presence of ribosomes, these look like in a rough manner. That is why these are known as rough endoplasmic reticulum. Their function is to synthesize the protein. Okay, these help in protein synthesis also. And the function of smooth endoplasmic reticulum is basically it helps in the intercellular transportation. Basically these you will find these reach to the outermost cell also, and from here different substances like protein, fats and all these things can be transported outside the cell as well, and it can be transported within the cell also. So basically the function of endoplasmic reticulum is to transport the material inside the cell, within the cell and outside the cell as well. Okay, then you will find one more structure here, that is Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus is having a function, that is it helps in secretion of lipids and proteins, and it also helps in packing the substances and transporting it within the cell. Okay, basically if any cell require means if in any part of the cell proteins are required, then through the Golgi vesicles, means Golgi apparatus will add up the substances. It will dissolve the substances inside it. Then some small vesicles, Golgi vesicles, will be formed, and these vesicles can easily float in the cytoplasm, and these can help in transporting the material. So basically the function of Golgi apparatus is to pack the substances and transport it within the cell. Okay, then you will find this fluid which is known as cytoplasm. Its function is same. It is made up of water, minerals and proteins, carbohydrates and glucose. So all the raw materials are present here that help in different activities of the cell. Then there is one structure present here that is known as lysosome. Lysosome is basically it is a single membraned structure, and it is basically having a function in which it digests the substances. If any waste is produced here, if any cell organelle is dead or not functional, if any substance is in excess here, then these lysosomes will capture that substance, and these have some digestive juices present in them, so that they can digest the substances which are present here. Okay, so lysosomes are also known as suicidal bags. Why these are known as that? These are known as suicidal bags because these can digest the complete cell as well. If the cell has more waste products, or it is means most of the cell organelles are not functional, then the lysosomes secrete so many digestive juices that sometimes it can digest the complete cell as well. That is why these are known as suicidal bags. Then you will find some more structures here, microtubules. Microtubules are basically made up of proteins and lipids, and these help in giving a cytoskeleton, or you can say these provide some strength to the cell. Okay, then there are structure that is known as centrosome. Centrosome is a structure which helps in cell division. When cell is going to divide, then centrosome forms two centromeres that move to opposite direction, and these form one spindle-like structure through which the chromosomes attach, and these can be separated and two cells can be formed. So basically centrosome help in formation of new cells, so they help in cell division. This structure is present only in the animal cell. Then you see vacuole. Vacuole is basically a structure which helps in storing the minerals in water and other salts present. So vacuoles in plant cells, these are larger in size, and these are less in number. But in animal cells, these are small in size and these are more in number. Okay, then you will find here ribosome function is same. It helps in the synthesis of the proteins. And for endoplasmic reticulum, I already told you. Peroxisome is another kind of cell organelle, and what is the function of this? It helps in converting the H2O2. This compound is known as hydrogen peroxide. Basically, it is a toxic substance formed inside the cell, so it helps in converting hydrogen peroxide to water and oxygen. Okay, so in this manner it helps in releasing this toxic substance from the cell. So peroxisomes are actually helpful in removing the waste material, that is hydrogen peroxide. Then there is a structure which is known as mitochondria. Mitochondria helps in cellular respiration. Respiration, as you know, this is a process in which glucose is broken down to release the energy. So that function is actually carried out inside the mitochondria. So these are different structures, so these are the different cell organelles present in the animal cell, and these have, each cell organelle has different function. Now you see, I am showing you one another kind of cell. This is also an animal cell, but some different structure you can find here. Golgi apparatus looks like this. Nucleus is there, nucleolus is there, mitochondria, you know, that cell membrane, you know, hydrogen peroxisome, you know, cytoplasm, I told you, rough endoplasmic vesicles, I told you, these help in packing the materials and transporting it within the cell. Then you will find some structures here, cilia and microvilli. Cilia are basically the some hair like microscopic structures which are present in some animal cells. Like you can find these structures you can find in the trachea, that is the windpipe of human being, windpipe. It is, these kind of cells are present in the trachea, and these help in removing the dust particles from entering into your lungs. Okay, so these cilia like structures are present in the respiratory system. Basically, microvilli are another kind of the structures which are basically the outgrowths of the plasma membrane, and these structures help in absorbing the nutrients. You maybe, I think you remember that in small intestine, its wall is having some internal structures like this. These structures are known as villi. So basically microvilli, when these grow, these form villi like structure. So these means some cells have microvilli or villi, and these structures you can find in the small intestine. So these are other kind of cells which are present in the human being. Other than that, you will find that there are some words like lysosome fusing with incoming phagocytic vesicle. Phagocytosis is basically to engulf the substances. Means if any foreign material is present, you can find that if some proteins are present, sometimes some germs can be here, that those germs can enter in your body. Anything which is entering inside the body in solid form, it is known as phagocytosis. So it can go into this, and then lysosome can digest that foreign material, that germs or anything. So now you know why lysosomes are, what is the function of lysosome. Basically these help in digesting the materials. Okay, secretory vesicles, as I told you, Golgi apparatus have a function in transporting the materials. So like lipids are formed here anywhere, then vesicles will be formed, and these vesicles will come to the Golgi apparatus. Then vesicles will be released outside the cell through the cell membrane. So this is a secretory vesicle which help in secretion of the proteins, lipids, fats, glucose and all, enzymes also. And centrosome and centrioles, I told you, centrosome is a structure means centrioles are these one. You can see these cylindrical structures are known as centrioles. So once the cell is going to be divided, then these will move on the opposite direction and these will form spindle fiber through which the chromosomes will be attached, and then cell will be divided into two or many parts. So this is another kind, means some cells of animal can look like this also. Now let us give you one very simple diagram of animal cell. This you can pause the video and you can draw this diagram. I have given you homework to draw the diagram here. So here you will I will tell you again the things, so that things will be revised also. So this is an animal cell, and in animal cell you will find the structures like plasma membrane, which is the outermost boundary. Okay, then it is what is the function that it helps in separating the cellular continents. Then there are other structures, that is nucleus is present. Nucleus is having all these structures. Nuclear envelope is present, nucleolus is present, chromatins are present. Okay, so all these structures are present in the eukaryotic cell, and each have a function. Nuclear envelope, basically it covers the nucleus so that not everything get inside the nucleus. Okay, so it is a protective layer. Chromatins, as I told you, DNA and protein combine to form chromatins, and these you will find here. It is find here scattered here. And one structure is missing here. This fluid which is present inside the nucleus is known as nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm. Okay, don't worry about this, it is not labeled here, but once I'll tell you all these structures in detail, then we will discuss the structure of nucleus in detail, then I'll tell you that. Okay, so nucleoplasm is basically the fluid present inside the nucleus, and it has all the enzymes, all the proteins which help in cell division also. These help in formation of ribosomes, these help in formation of chromatins and all. Okay, nucleolus is basically a structure which is believed to have a function to control different activities of the cell, and it also helps in synthesis of proteins and other substances, enzymes also. Then ribosomes, you find it is present in scattered in all over the cytoplasm. Function is protein synthesis. Peroxisome, these help in removal of hydrogen peroxide. Endoplasmic reticulum, these are the channels present that originate from the nuclear envelope, and these are of two types, rough and smooth. Smooth and rough both have the function in the transportation, but the rough endoplasmic reticulum also has a function to synthesize the proteins. Vacuoles, these are helpful in storing the water and other minerals. Mitochondria, it helps in the that it helps in the respiration. Cellular respiration means breaking down glucose. Cytosol is same, that is cytoplasm. Okay, sol and plasma are same, so basically it is the liquid present in the cell. Golgi apparatus, these pack the substances and transport it within the cell. Lysosome, these digest the substances present in the cell. Then microfilament, intermediate filament, these are basically made up of proteins. Actin protein, actin is a protein that makes up these structures, and these are helpful in giving some shape or some strength to the cell, because animal cell does not have any cell wall present here. That is why these microfilament actually give some cytoskeleton, they provide strength to the cell. Centriole, as I told you, centrioles are present for the cell division. Now your work is to draw a well labeled diagram of the animal cell, and in our next session I'll discuss with you plant cell. Thank you, class.